time for some MythoDoodles, and
Yep.
seeing as I just feel like it right now, we're gonna be doing Sonic.
We're gonna start by drawing the actual Sonic drawing.
Why would we start in a way that makes sense? That's silly.
I've got a dog barking back there. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
don't hear
I
it.
can't hear it.
Oh no, this is like the worst possible time.
We can't hear him barking at all.
We can't hear it, yeah.
Oh, you can't hear it? Oh, okay.
No, we cannot.
You
Oh,
might.
thank God.
Yeah, Leo's meowing a lot, so that you guys might catch.
Draw like a big, like, muscular body and then just draw like a goofy Sonic face on it.
I mean, I'm not gonna give away what I'm doing yet. It's it's a little basic, but
I think I will draw Rouge the Bat.
alright.
Huh.
Just dip your toes out of your comfort zone. Yeah, I mean, can we just marvel at the fact that the Sonic movies actually finally figured out how to actually make a decent video game movie?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And actually-
that's my point. Yeah, it had
They cracked the code.
Not just once, but twice.
the Sonic games had to die for the movie to thrive.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, the games were like kind of spotty in quality the past few the past 10 years or so.
I don't know. It's kind of debatable from what I've heard.
I mean, like, you would get good ones that people like Sonic Generations or Sonic Colors, and then you would get ones that people just didn't like Sonic Forces or Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric.
See, even Sonic Colors had, like, as far as I found, like, a mixed reception.
Everyone seemed to like Sonic Generations from what I could tell.
Yeah, but then again, like, Sonic Generations is like it's a rundown of stuff that people liked about it before, so yeah.
It's just basically Sonic Greatest Hits.
Yeah. I remember like, having a conversation with some friends about it, and one of them said something like that they kind of wish that the Sonic games would just, like, pick something and stick to it. They tend to just keep trying different engines or different kind of mechanic focuses. Well, they've been focusing on the kind of the stuff that Unleashed has done lately, or oh god, I'm trying to remember what all the games were that they
Are we
that
talking
have
about?
this called the boosts. Yeah, the boost games.
We're talking about all the ones like that exist post Sonic 2006.
I mean, to a point, it's more like a particular kind of mechanic. I guess Sonic 06 kind of had this sort of mechanic too,
But it was terrible.
where it was like 3D run. I mean, yeah, that's kind of a given. Like, you almost don't need to say it.
You know, believe it or not, I like absolutely loved playing like Sonic Unleashed when I was younger.
I mean, again, like, the thing about a lot of the Sonic games, I guess aside, actually even 06, this is kind of true of, is that they're all kind of, like, post the 2D ones, they start getting, well, post Adventure 2 anyway, they get kind of controversial, like, the consensus on how good or bad each Sonic game is doesn't seem to be all that set in stone.
I mean, they had some bad ones even in like the 2D era.
I'm trying to think of like what ones people didn't like from the 2D era.
Well, I was gonna say Sonic R, but that's not a 2D game. I think. No, it's not.
Sonic R as in retarded.
Womp.
Yeah, Sonic R was supposed to be a 3D eraser, but it's coded so badly, it's almost a work of art. There's Sonic the Fighters, which, believe it or not, that's the first time Amy's hammer ever made an appearance.
Yeah, there's that.
I don't think that one is bad, but it's not a very exceptional game. Is the vibe I have of it. Like, it's not the worst Sonic game that exists, but there's ones that are so much better than it.
And recently, I do want to get into this because I guess this is the most, like, aside from talking about the movies, this is probably the thing that I can talk about the most, is this kind of weird redemption arc people are trying to give 06.
I just don't understand. It's like, okay, like
I understand some of the stuff that they're saying. It's like there's a lot of stuff in 06 that's actually pretty interesting and good. It's just clogged up in a game with janky ass mechanics and
really
weird,
very questionable story decisions.
Yeah, some weird story decisions, but there's a lot of insistence that somewhere in Sonic 06 is a good idea.
I kind of like the Lisa's design, but I thought it should be in a better game.
Yeah, I think the problem with it, I guess one thing with the design for Elise is that I think, and this goes for the other humans too, is that they needed to be more cartoony.
Oh yeah, that's a big problem with Sonic 06, is that it's got two different aesthetic choices and doesn't commit to either one of them. Like, all the humans, they look almost photorealistic, whereas all the
fucking Eggman.
Yeah, which is that is probably,
it's really unnerving.
It's probably one of his worst designs ever. But yeah,
I would say it's. I would say it probably is the worst Eggman.
Yeah, and then you have all the Anthro characters, which they more or less look how you would expect them to.
They look fine. Yeah.
The textures on them I would say the textures on them are kind of off. They almost look like plastic toys.
Granted, but they look like that in just about every 3D game prior.
Yeah, but it's like even more pronounced with all the photorealistic textures the game has.
Yeah, fair enough. If everything else looked like that, it'd probably be less noticeable. The human designs need to be more cartoony. Like, why they didn't do that. Actually, I guess I kind of understood why, because it's going to be on the Xbox, and at the time, the Xbox kind of,
was Xbox 360
kind of threw around.
Was Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii, and that was when games started going HD. And at the time, HD meant photorealism.
Yeah, everything needed to be 10,000% photorealistic, or else it was garbage, I guess.
I will give it this: at least Sonic 06 wasn't like every game around the same time, like brown.
I mean, yeah, you know what? It's not brown. There you go.
Not brown and gray.
But yeah, at least there's color involved.
Okay, so if I leave my lair, can somebody shrink down my Rouge to bat?
Yeah. How do I
This is gonna look so much more unnerving than I intended.
I haven't even looked at it. Oh my god.
I think I know. Is he going where I think he's going? Alright. You know, it was kind of this weird thing where, like for a while, everything else, all the other Sonic-related media was good, for the most part, except for the games. Like, I heard the comics were good, I liked Sonic Boom.
Yeah, Sonic Boom is definitely... It'll have, like, an occasional cringe moment, but it's generally pretty good.
The thing I think I enjoyed the most about Sonic Boom was that it actually could do meta humor without being cringe.
There have been people drawing like Gingerbent Eggman, and I think I'm gonna try that.
Is she gonna make an announcement?
People have been drawing her attractive, but I think we should go for something. I should go for something more accurate.
Well, I don't think we've ever seen Dylan draw a fat chick.
No, we have.
Oh, yeah, right. Last week I forgot.
Already forgot last week.
Literally the last episode. Oh, even worse. I draw the cartoon Eggman, not from Sad I Am, but the other one.
Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, the YouTube poop Eggman.
Yeah, I can understand why some Sonic.
Have to give myself a promotion.
I understand why some people don't like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, but you really have to kind of look at that show in its proper context. It was made back. It was made back when Sega didn't even know what the games were about. So they just when they handed who did the animation, the production for that show?
Was it Deke?
This cartoon has big Deke energy.
Oh no. Fucking me up. You know what? Fuck it.
You are
I'm just
awful.
gonna give him everything else is like a person but the eyes.
It had like about 4 different studios working on it, I think. I think Deke was responsible though for most of the animation. The Wikipedia also lists off an Italian studio and a Spanish network in the production. But yeah, like, when they handed it off to Deke, like, because they didn't even know what the games were supposed to be about beyond the basic concept, they couldn't really tell them no.
Hedgehog go fast.
Yeah, they couldn't really say no to anything they did, so it's just like, hey, we don't even know what these games are about, do whatever you want.
Did the chili dog thing start from Adventures of Sonic?
I believe it did.
I can't believe that's like the one thing that's stuck.
Yeah,
Well, this thing is starting to look sufficiently cursed.
The comic was also the same way a lot too. Like, it was because Sega didn't give like the writing staff anything to work with beyond what the basic premise was. They just parodied superhero comics from the Silver Age. And for those asking, I'm talking about the Archie comics.
Right.
Oh, pen tenders.
Yes.
You sure are a person.
If like that one comment said, talking about him, if Chris Chan was successful.
And had an unhealthy fixation on Knuckles.
Yeah, that one thing with Sally, he did really bugs me. That skunk character of his, like, he was planning on them canonically getting together, even though he's like 27, the character or whatever, and Sally's like 15. It's like, what, Ken? What the fuck?
Way to go, Ken.
That's still got nothing on his magnum opus, his Knuckles series,
Oh god.
Look at Knuckles.
and the crown jewel being that splash page of Knuckles' family tree.
Oh, I don't know if that's like the crowning achievement of Ken Penders. Like, I'm sure he's done far worse. That's just goofy.
I got a hot take on Penders though.
Horrifying.
Yeah. I know people kind of lay the blame on him for the death of the Archie universe, which to some extent is true. However, Penders' lawsuit against Sega and Archie didn't happen until like after Sonic Chronicles, which was released in 2008. And by that point, Sega had already moved away from the Archie universe as being in their vision for or Sonic as a brand. I
guess it depends on whether you count the death of the Archie comics as Sega treating them as canon.
Oh yeah, it was kind of more like by the time of the adventure games and the Sonic X anime, Sega pretty much already settled on what their vision for the brand was, and that was something the Archie comics just didn't fit into anymore.
Okay, Neville, look in my corner.
Let's have a look. Oh no.
I mean, as much as it sucks, because I think the Archie universe was always destined to kind of get left behind.
I mean, yeah, but I think people generally latch onto Ken Penders because he's such a weird motherfucker. And he had such a bizarre list of demands of things that he claimed ownership for.
Oh yeah, I know.
That it kinda, that in some ways, I don't know if I would say it crippled things from that point onward, but it definitely made things harder.
Oh yeah.
Like, the guy claimed, as far as I understood, the guy claimed ownership over the concept of Sonic being defeated.
Like,
Oh yeah, and anything afterwards, like Sonic's not allowed to cry, Sonic's not allowed to lose.
Alright, this is pretty cursed. I don't know if you can see it.
oh, I can see it. All right.
Alright, this is about as horrible as I imagined it being. I'm gonna shrink it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the difference though is that there's a timeline where probably the Archie universe would have gone on. Like, it might not have been the definitive version of Sonic, but it would have occupied its own little niche.
Yeah, that's probably about what I'd imagine.
Hey, let's
Okay,
see.
so you've drawn Rouge. You drew Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Eggman as a lady.
Gender-
I think that might have actually happened in the. I think that might have
Oh,
actually happened in the show once, or at least
I
he was
would-
in a dress.
I would
You sh-
not be surprised.
You sure you're not thinking of his mother?
I mean, his mother basically just looked like him.
Is that Knuckles with a chili dog? A chili dog with grapes on it.
Yes.
I'm looking up all the Sonic stuff, and now I'm gonna get like Sonic stuff in my in like my phone's recommendation.
Recommendations for what? What is it?
Well, like news, like when I go to Google on my phone, there's like I get like if I scroll down, there's like news and stuff. It's gonna be all like Sonic related shit now.
I mean, I guess there's worse things you could get a news feed about.
That is true.
What about? I'll leave it at that.
As far as I know, the Knuckles liking grapes is entirely an invention of the movie, isn't it?
I think it's come up before, but I can't remember.
I'm gonna draw Shadow and make him as like even edgier.
So make him look like Mephiles.
Like as edgy as human possible, and I
I
have
don't know. You can get edgier than Mephiles. Mephiles is more like straight up dark.
okay.
Like Infinite is definitely more like try hard edgy. But yeah, I hear a lot of people mention that they think that like in retrospect that there's a lot of shit about Mephiles that's actually kind of cool. Or people are starting to like him now that in hindsight.
I mean, he's a cool idea for a villain. It's just a shame he's in the worst Sonic game of all time.
Yeah, that's about the impression I get.
You give Shadow an emo haircut.
No, just wait for it.
Yeah, I did not understand why people keep shipping Rouge with Knuckles when she hangs around with now a Shadow more.
They kind of do it a lot in the games and the extended media.
Yeah, but she hangs with Shadow a lot more.
So that doesn't mean she's into him.
I'm just saying I could see it more.
I mean, with the Rouge and Knuckles thing, it's more like a Catwoman Batman thing.
I don't know, just like it kind of always came off as a little more one-sided to me, like Knuckles is not that into her. You're making Shadow look like the main character from Hatred.
Yes! My name is not important. Wait.
I heard my name is not porn. Like, alright.
Name is not important.
My name is not porn.
My name is not porn. Don't judge me. I slur my words sometimes. Shut up. I did it. I'm glad you caught on to that, Brett.
I'm looking this up, and apparently, like, even though it's never acknowledged in the games, Knuckles liking grapes is something that comes up a lot in his profiles. Oh my god, here's something. Blaze's 2006 bio said she's self-conscious about her chest size.
Naturally.
Okay, I should probably draw Rouge's boobs bigger then.
No, I said, no, not Rouge, Blaze.
Oh, Blaze, which one was Blaze? Oh.
She's the cat that was in 06. Smokes weed.
Oh shit.
Okay, somebody's got to have done that. I'm not gonna do that. Somebody's got to have already done it. Alright, there we go. This is kind of a more normal one. There's Shadow on the edge.
When I first learned of who Shadow was and like, I think the first place I ever saw him was one of the Game Boy Advance games. I thought for a second he was supposed to be an evil Sonic, which I wasn't completely far off from, but what I didn't know at the time was that he was actually a separate character from Sonic. I had this conversation with my brother once. When they started concepting Shadow, the original idea was like he was a straight up evil doppelganger of Sonic, but as it just kept development kept progressing, like he got further and further away from that, until the point they made him just a separate character who just happened to be another super fast hedgehog.
But he has rollerblade.
I think like he started out as being like an actual doppelganger, and then they went and just made him his own separate character, which I would say was probably for the best.
Yeah. God knows Ken Penders would probably claim credit for the idea anyway.
I'm drawing Blaze the cat being insecure about her chest size.
By the way, here's a basic bitch take from me.
Yeah.
Metal Sonic gets jobbed too much.
Oh, I agree.
Plus, I kind of like that. I know that the roboticization concept was from the Sat AM cartoon, but I like the idea that gets floated around occasionally of Metal Sonic being a alternate universe roboticized Sonic. Like the idea of him just being like Eggman's best weapon against Sonic is cool and all, but I don't know. I kind of like having that like dread given with Sonic, where he is like, oh shit, that's what I could end up being if I fuck up with Eggman.
He's like, I'm not flat.
I
am round.
Just like Lena Inverse. Like that's a running gag they have with Lena Inverse on Slayers, is that she.
I mean, it's a running gag with most flat characters.
Yeah, but I think like Lena Inverse is like the most famous version of it, though. Like she's extremely insecure about the fact that her chest isn't that big. Like if you point it out to her, she flips out.
Yeah, basically an Ed Elric thing.
Oh yeah.
That is an interesting thing to do with characters, is to give them a sore spot that drives them fucking nuts.
It's actually kind of funny because that Blaze is insecure about that, because she's probably one of the most competent and confident characters in the entire franchise.
There you go. There's Metal Sonic as a fucking Twitter bot.
Oh no!
And he's posed just like Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star 2.
Oh my Mo Burma ban.
Nutty. I'm gonna draw something. I'm gonna write something over by your little tiny shadow over there.
All right, go ahead. I just wanted to draw him on the edge.
I do not wish.
By the way, I have used no references for this. This is entirely from memory. It probably shows.
I do not wish to be horny more. That would makes me think of all those Sonic finds Jesus memes.
No, oh no, it's that it's from that meme where it goes silent wench.
Yeah, I know. No, yeah, we got that. It's just like it's related to the fucking like there's a bizarre amount of evangelical fan art of Sonic.
I know, I've seen them.
Sonic.
I don't really understand it.
Yeah, but they're funny though.
They are funny. I'm wondering how much of it is genuine and how much of it is it's aware of what a weird shitpost it is.
It could be a little of both.
Yeah, there might be some of both in there.
Sonic was once lost, but now he is found in Jesus Christ.
You know what? I'm gonna... After I finish Metal Sonic, I think I'll do,
Oh,
they keep mentioning that Sonic found Jesus, but they didn't mention which denomination of finding Jesus he is.
Oh no.
Well, the cross looks pretty basic, so I think we can assume non-denominational Protestant or something.
We can assume that if we're being reasonable.
Man, there's even one with Shadow.
Crazy. I want to make him Mormon.
There's even one with Shadow. There is no one else for me, none but Jesus, crucified to set thee free. Now I live to bring him praise. Here's a question. Sonic 3's already teased that they're going to bring in Shadow for the next movie. Do you think we're going to see other characters too?
I've had some friends think that because Shadow's involved and Gun is already in there, Rouge might come in. And that they might bring in Amy. And kind of match it up, Tails versus Eggman, Sonic versus Shadow, and Knuckles versus Rouge. I guess the thing stopping Amy is that we don't have a direct person to match her up with.
Isn't her character arc in the adventure games she just learns to be independent from Sonic and can do things on her own?
Something like that, yeah. But they're thinking Rouge could be introduced because you can match up Knuckles with her for that dynamic. You can match Sonic up with Shadow for that dynamic, and you could match Eggman up with Tails. So basically everybody would have something to do.
Except Amy.
Yeah, that's assuming they bring her in. Which, I mean, it's all speculation at this point. The only thing we know is that Shadow is involved.
I think the most likely...
We don't know how exactly.
I think it's very likely they're gonna do a light adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, probably a little bit of it.
They basically adapt the major plot beats from the game, but, it's the details.
I mean, they already brought up Gerald Robotnik.
And I mean, if you look at it, Sonic 2 is basically a light adaptation of Sonic 3.
Yeah, it basically was.
Yeah. It doesn't follow the game's plot exact, but it gets the major beats right.
Yeah, it didn't need to, really. Alright, there we go. There's Twitter Metal Sonic.
The Sonic 3 movie better not introduce fucking Chris Thorndike.
No.
Oh,
no, we've got Tom and Maddie for Sonic's human companions.
And they're fine. They're fine.
Yeah.
I'll just put them up.
It's kind of amazing because I think one of the biggest criticisms with the Sonic franchise is how badly it does human characters.
Eggman would like to know your location.
He is the exception, not the rule. But yeah, I really like Tom and Maddie.
We're just
they're good.
Yeah, usually the human characters are actually really forgettable, but
or in the case of Chris, insufferable.
Right.
I don't know anyone that unironically liked Chris.
I'll shrink Shadow here, as I realize there's not a lot of room left. So lasso.
Anyone want to do something with the chaotics?
Oh no.
There we go.
Yep, Vector, Espio, and Charmy.
I always forget they exist.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just a consequence of just the sheer amount of characters Sonic has, that I just kind of forget about some of them.
You know what? You know what was actually my first Sonic game?
What?
Sonic Heroes.
Mine too. And I ended up doing the Team Dark campaign. I think out of all of them, at the time when I was playing it, I think I liked the Chaotix campaign the least, because the Chaotix campaign added other objectives beyond just get to the end of the stage, which made it a little more work than I liked.
I think I'll draw like Amy next to Blaze making fun of her. I'll draw like smug Amy over here.
Is she gonna have that smug face that Anya has in Spy Family?
Something like that, yeah. I was just thinking that.
Okay, actually, here's a question. Who is like your definitive voice of Sonic?
My definitive voice of Sonic.
You have Jaleel White, Jason Griffith, Roger Craig Smith, and Ben Schwartz.
I would probably say Roger Craig Smith because I really like his work.
Like, I like him, he's just not the first voice I think of for Sonic. So I guess I wouldn't call him my definitive Sonic voice.
I just like the idea of like a deeper, older Sonic voice, kind of like his.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like him. He's just not the first guy I think of. Was he the one that did Sonic X, or was that somebody else?
Sonic X was Jason Griffith. Roger Craig Smith does Sonic Boom.
Yeah, that I know. I know Roger Craig Smith does Sonic Boom. Oh, let's see.
Jaleel White is Adventures and Sonic Set AM.
Yeah.
Jason Griffith is Sonic X.
I guess it's between Sat AM and Sonic X.
Here you go. I drew Amy next to Blazer Cat.
Jesus.
I do not remember Amy being that busty.
I know.
This would make way more sense to do with Rouge.
No, I draw like all the female characters except for Blaze as like incredibly busty.
I'm not sure if you guys see it.
Yep, I do.
Hello, do you have a moment to talk about our...
That's the door.
There we go. There's Mormon Sonic.
Yeah, the one thing I'm kind of bummed out about, like the Boom interpretation sort of being left behind, is that we're never gonna see Styx outside of it. Because she was easily the best character in that show.
Okay, since we're talking about Sonic, what? what if I drew Sonic 2?
Sonic 2.
Or Chris Chan.
Zap to the extreme. Thank you, Father.
Should we do?
I'll draw Chris.
I mean, part of me is like, I don't know. It seems kind of basic, but but you know what? I guess it's part of it.
Oh, okay. You remember how I drew Mandy Anders as Jabba the Hutt?
Is that how you're gonna draw Chris Chan?
No. I already did that with a friend when I was doing a draw pile with a friend, and I drew Chris Chan as Jabba the Hutt, and I said, and I had him say, "Uso waka bakusi."
God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Let's see.
It is Sonic 2.
You can pull it up on screen if you want. I'll send it to Neville too.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, in that same draw pile, I also tried my hand at like drawing like Amy, and I also gave her like comedically large boobs. Like I don't know, the idea of like these like stick thin characters for the most part, giving them something comically large is just like hilarious.
I mean, it is kind of. I guess it is kind of funny. Why is Sonichu a psycho killer?
Thank you, Father. But I don't need you anymore.
Believe it or not, someone actually made like an animated series on YouTube of Sonichu.
No, yeah, I've seen some of it.
Me too. I actually
The one thing.
I love it. It just it is absolute shit. Like, the production is so bad, but it works.
Hey, what are we talking about?
The Sonichu animated series on YouTube.
Oh god.
Like, it is
I watched.
like it is just so badly made, and yet like it works.
Well, yeah, it's like early YouTube kind of shit.
I mean, it's true to the source material, I guess.
Like, oh, okay, no. After learning everything about Sonichu, I watched like these videos that like go over like different issues and stuff, and it's like no, this show is actually like amazingly lore accurate.
Did you watch the Internet 101 video on Sonichu?
I've been watching Rogue the Internet Man's videos on it. He has a really good content.
I saw Ben Saint's video on it. It's like the thing with Sonichu though is like you genuinely have to understand and Chris Chan's life for it to make sense.
Right. Here you go.
Speaking of, you know what? Speaking of Sonic-inspired webcomics, someone needs to draw the face from Tails Gets Trolled.
I drew Maeve with that face before. Remember?
There we go. There's Sonichu. He has ascended in the Great Merge.
Yeah, and I'm drawing Chris Chan like right in front of him. Okay, hold on. Need to make the forehead a lot bigger.
Nebble. Next, draw the Tails Gets Trolled face.
I'm gonna need a reference because, like, if I'm gonna do it right, I actually need to look at it. Up to this point, I've just been bullshitting.
I'll
There you go.
I'll get it for you.
There you go. Yeah, I drew I drew current Chris Chan.
Oh God, where do I put it? Where do I put him? I'm all out of room. Can I rotate?
Yeah, you can put him behind the Chris Chan, like he's about to stab Chris Chan.
All right, here we go. There he is.
How is it that Tails Gets Trolled is the one that's actually kind of good? Like that just
because it's not somebody's open therapy session.
But yeah, it just takes so many insane and left field turns in its story, like, and yet you just find yourself completely engrossed in it. It's like, okay, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I can't look away from it.
Here, I have an idea. I'll draw the Tails Get Trolled face, but I'll make it Barb.
Oh god. Do you know that the guy who made Tails Gets Trolled tried to redo it with quote-unquote better art? Well, better art in this context was just adding a bunch of unnecessary shading and detail that actually kind of muddied up how should you say, rough simplicity of the original. Not only that, he also moved around a bunch of scenes in more chronological order, which kind of...
It kills it a little bit.
Yeah, and not only that, it was probably it's slower paced compared to the original.
Or just Barb Chandler looking dumbfounded because she has no idea what the fuck's going on.
Oh,
This is it's the worst thing Dylan has drawn in this entire session. We're not gonna say it, but if you know, you know.
So now I'm just exaggerating bits of the Tails gets trolled face.
Also, Tails gets trolled is super violent.
Naturally. I mean, it's old internet stuff. That's bound to happen. Like it's an old internet gag. Tails, I don't know. Tails gets trolled being a trip is like it's much like an acid trip. What I've seen of it just kind of strikes me more like as a classic old absurd internet humor.
Yeah, except the thing is, it's not. It's completely sincere about it. What are you doing, Dylan?
I'm drawing the pickle.
No. Oh no.
Drawing the pickle. Just
No pickle, Rick.
No, it's literally just a pickle because Chris Chan.
Wait, is that supposed to be the Echidna chick from Pender's Knuckles series?
Nope. No, it's different. It's a different Fox boy.
Okay.
One that might be more familiar to Dylan.
Oh.
It's Kurama.
Kurama gets trolled.
Oh no!
You had to stick around for this, Dylan.
I've actually got to go. I've actually got to get some lunch, but I'll look at it afterwards. But before I go, I actually met John Birchmeyer. He's the voice of Kurama. Okay, I'm gonna dip out here now. Okay, I'll see you guys.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess that'll do it for this session.
Yep.
We basically filled the page.
Yep.
We did it, boys. We filled the page and we didn't delete most of Dylan's stuff.
Yep.
Yay.
Alright. We'll see you all next week.
Yep, see you then.